This week on Between the Bytes, we've got some artificial intelligence news, a new app launching here, and some Amazon bids coming straight from Utah. Stay tuned.
And welcome to Between the Bytes, where we're not as smart as your average nerd. I'm Rashbak Chandapur.
And I'm Gary Arnold.
And we're actually on site today at the Caselle Conference here downtown Salt Lake at the Marriott. So we appreciate them hosting us and hosting a lovely conference. The first headline that we want to get into today is regarding the board game Go, the Chinese board game that many of you are familiar with the black and white pieces. Google funded a program of a few months back, a while back, and that program beat the #1 player in the world. And that program, which was called AlphaGo, was defeated by AlphaGo Zero, which is a program that had zero human interaction necessary, that taught itself by watching the game, and that beat the former champion AlphaGo 100-0. This is a software that taught itself, once again, with no human interaction necessary. Gary, what do we think about AI?
We're terrified. We're terrified. We keep bringing warnings up. They are calling this groundbreaking. It's actually a really big deal. We'll see what comes of it down the line.
It's a program that taught itself and beat the best player in the world.
And then beat that one.
And then beat that one. That's great.
Amazon is making waves again. This time, the company has announced that they want to build a new headquarters. They're calling it Headquarters 2, but it's causing quite the stir across North America as cities, towns, and states are all scrambling to make a bid for the headquarters to be in their area. They have received over 238 proposals for locations across 54 states and provinces. The $5 billion investment by Amazon would be huge. They will bring an estimated of 50,000 jobs to wherever they land. Utah is one of the ones making a bid to have Amazon come here and rest here. We'll see how that plays out. There have been some cities and towns that have done some unique things in trying to woo Amazon, such as billboards, offering free sandwiches, and so on. So I don't know what level we need to stoop to get them here, but definitely something to pay attention to. I don't know when we'll get an announcement, but I'm sure we'll hear about it soon.
Come to Silicon Slopes, Amazon. It's
nice.
It's really nice. Next is a local startup company called Neighbor. They are taking a community-based approach to local storage, basically taking people that have storage units available and making them available to the community around them. They're being called the Airbnb of storage to make things a lot more convenient for people throughout the state. They're currently available in Utah, Salt Lake, and Davis counties. We're looking to expand from there.
We'll see how that pans out.
Absolutely.
The last piece of information we wanted to share with you is that it is National Cybersecurity Awareness Month. We've mentioned this before. We have some awesome content on the Executech website. We just post a timeline of cybersecurity hacks, which is super interesting. It's interesting to see that there have been billions of dollars lost due to cybercrime. Definitely something to be aware of. There's lots of content on how to improve your digital security, both for personally and for business, so be sure to check that out at executech.com. And this week's tech tip comes from a piece of information one of our technicians shared with us, something interesting we found out. When you have files or photos on your computer, there is metadata that is stored as part of those files. So for example, you can go in and see the exact latitude and longitude that a picture was taken at. It is stored in the file itself. A little bit scary, yeah. So if you have some privacy concerns and want to get rid of that information, there's a really easy way. You can just go and right-click on the file, look up Properties. Under the Details section, there is a way to remove personal metadata. It's an easy way to clean it up if you're particularly concerned about the security of your files, so check that out.
We all should be. And in this week's tech history, in 1946 today, the first photograph of Earth was taken from space, so that's really cool knowledge. And then something a little more exciting for us millennials here. It is officially 16 years ago today that the first iPod was released, where you could put 1,000 songs in your pocket.
Loved it.
Loved it. Still loved it.
The iPod Shuffle, the flash drive with the play button.
Oh yeah, loved it. It was the best. That was my first one.
Awesome. Well, that's it for this week's Between the Bytes episode. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe and like, and we will see you next week.